If you are an online entrepreneur, you already know that if you want to grow your business, you need an audience that you can sell your products to, right? But here's a mistake that I see happening all the time. Most creatives, they focus on creating the product first, but they have no one to sell it to. So they end up spending months and months creating amazing products that no one buys. I grew my email list from 0 to 9,000 subscribers, and that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today, so you can start growing your community of true fans and make at least £1,000 a month doing something that you love, and without having to be stuck on social media all day long. I've designed a free digital magazine sharing with you 7 high converting freebies that can help you grow your audience on Autopilot using YouTube. So if you are interested, just make sure you go and grab the link in the description for free. So let me guess, you've probably been told to just create an amazing product and that's gonna sell itself. Or you've probably been told, oh, you just need to get as much visibility as you can, just be everywhere on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, all the social media is available. You just need to be everywhere. But if you are doing that, I just want to know, how is that working for you? Because I don't know for you, but for me, it was literally bringing me down and making me feel so stressed and with little results. And yes, that might work for someone who has a big team, who has people working for them 24 hours. But if you are a solopreneur, or if you have kids, or if you are even working a full-time job while growing your business, this is not sustainable and it will very likely lead you to burnout. And that's what we don't want, right? So here what's probably happening. You are spreading yourself too thin between many projects, many social media channels. You are getting very little results, and you might be growing your email list, but you are just attracting freebie chasers that never buy anything from you. And I see this happening all the time, especially with Etsy sellers and freelancers, because they are relying on a marketplace to bring them traffic and they don't have an audience that they own. And it's really discouraging when you go on Etsy and you see there's so much competition, so many people selling products in a very, very low price, sometimes like even less than $1. So let's change that by creating your own audience of true fans, people that love your stuff, that love what you create, and that buy from you over and over again. So here's a better way to do that if you want to grow your audience. As Stephen Covey said, start with an end in mind. You need to know exactly what you are selling or what you are planning to. Even if you don't have a digital product yet, you need to have at least an idea. Okay, this is what I want to sell. So we reverse engineer from that to grow the right audience. And if you are watching this and you have no audience yet, don't worry, that's actually a great place to be, because you're gonna start growing your audience intentionally and attracting the right people that will buy from you, not just a lot of random people. So think it like this: if you are planning to sell a service or digital product, your freebie should give them a taste of what it's like to work with you, and also make them feel hungry for more. Here's a fun way to think about this. So let's say you are in a public party, there's loads of people, and there's a small group of people that you can really relate to, that they are going towards the same goals as you, that you share the same values, and you want to invite them to your private party that you're going to be serving some cookies, maybe some pizza, some snacks. So you want to invite these people, right? So this is your freebie. Let's say your pizza or your cookies, they are just a snack that make people feel hungry for more, and they also have access to something more private, which is your email list. They're going to be closer to you, they're going to start building a relationship with you, and they are not just random followers or people online. So think about your freebie just as a cookie, something that you can offer to them so they can join your private party. Because at the end of the day, you want to build a community of true fans, people that really love your stuff, and not just random people online that will never open your emails. And if you have no idea what to create first, go and check my digital magazine, where I share 7 proven, high converting freebie ideas to help you grow your audience on Autopilot. Autopilot. So make sure you grab the link in the description. Okay, now we're gonna hop into ChatGPT to create a very strategic freebie. But before we go there, I need you to know that we have like a simple checklist for a freebie that actually converts. The first thing, it needs to be very specific. So avoid being broad. It's more like be so specific that it feels a little uncomfortable. That's the right point. The second thing is it needs to be different and unique, because no one wants just another checklist or another PDF, right? And the third thing is that it needs to speak to an outcome or a desire that your audience really wants. So let's go in ChatGPT and create that right now. All right, and for this case, we're gonna use one of my students for this example. She's a member of the Passive Income Academy with digital products. She's a book editor with lots of experiences. She wrote lots of children's books and she wants to help other writers succeed, but she doesn't have an audience yet. So let's come up with some very fun and strategic freebie ideas to help her grow her audience. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm in ChatGPT, so we're gonna start writing the prompt. So let's just say I am an experienced book editor and writer who sells digital templates and resources for writers. My ideal client is someone who is currently writing children's books. So they struggle with story structure, character development. So here I've just added a prompt. I'm an experienced book editor and writer who sells digital templates and resources for writers. My ideal client is someone who's currently writing children's books and struggle with story structure, character development, and getting their book published. So these are specific struggles and problems that they have that I can solve if I was a book editor, and things that I can create just to help them to solve something very specific and take the next step. You also need to tell ChatGPT what you want to have it included in the freebie. So it needs to be specific, it needs to be unique and different. So we want them to come up with different ideas, and also needs to speak to a specific outcome or desire that these writers have. So please give me 7 high value freebie ideas that will help solve a small part of their problem and will naturally lead them to one of my paid templates and consulting services. So let's just see what comes up from here. Okay, I like these ideas best. So first chapter magic, this is something that gives them that quick win. So they will, okay, I'll just get it done my first chapter. Or prompts as well. This is a good one. Okay, so it gave me like some pretty decent answers, right? So let's just ask you to tell us why these freebies can work and help her sell her product. Okay, the more specific here, the better. So let's say she has a digital product for helping writers that write children's books. So this is very specific, so you can create a freebie that directly relates to that. And here, ChatGPT is going to tell you why these freebies are going to work. And of course, you're only going to find out if you test it, right? Okay, so here, it will tell you why these freebies are going to work, but obviously, you're only going to find out after you tested that yourself. And the point here is really to show you how the freebie needs to be really related to exactly what you sell. And here's where a lot of people go wrong in this process. They just pick a random idea and they just go for it without doing any research. And when it comes to doing market research, my favorite tool is Everbee, because it not only tells you what people are searching for, how many people are searching for, but also it tells you what people are buying, what are they paying money for it. Using the Everbee extension, you can not only see how many people are searching for on the search bar, but also you can dive deeper and see what listings are showing up, what products are selling. You can have a look on the keywords that they are using. You can read the reviews and just understand why that product is working. And you can use this information to add to your freebie and just make it even more unique and awesome. And not to mention that just by doing market research, it will give you more confidence to create something, because you know there's people buying this already. So it just gives you a little bit more like energy to create, if that makes sense. So here's why YouTube is my favorite platform for creative entrepreneurs. The first one is that the content that you create for YouTube, they work 24/7 and they work for years and years. So this video that I'm recording for you right now, you might see this video this year, and 2 years, 3 years from now, I can still get views and sales and leads coming from this video, which is absolutely crazy. And that's what makes it so much sustainable, especially for creative entrepreneurs. It's actually the second biggest search engine owned by Google. So people go to YouTube to find stuff. And if your videos are optimized, if you are answering their questions, they are gonna find you. It's also one of the best ways to build stronger relationships with your audience because you are talking for longer periods and you just have more room to express yourself and to show your personality, which will magnetize your ideal clients. And on YouTube, it doesn't really matter how many subscribers you have. You can get only 50 subscribers and you can still get a video that goes viral because the algorithm doesn't care about subscribers. They care about the quality and the content of your video. And not to mention that when you record a long YouTube video, let's say an 8-minute YouTube video, you can reuse that content for your newsletter. You can create multiple reels or just like create a lot of short form content from your long video. And there are tons of ways of doing that. So it's just a win-win always. Second, you are going to offer strategic freebies to help you grow your email list with your true fans, with people that love your stuff. And then you just keep nurturing your audience through your email list or through your videos. So for Nisha, if she wanted to apply this strategy to grow her email list using YouTube, she could create videos like showing her experience working as a book editor, how she self-published children's books, how she got her books published, and sharing her experience in general and sharing her freebie through her videos in a very strategic way and nurturing them with her email list. And how am I applying this on my own business? So for example, I have just designed this digital magazine solving a very specific problem for my audience because a lot of them, they come to me, they have these digital products, they are not selling because they are hiding, they are not creating content, they don't have an audience to sell it to. So I want to help them grow their own audience. It doesn't need to be a million, like thousands and thousands of like followers, but they just need to find 1,000 people that love their stuff, and that's enough for them to make a living selling their digital products. So this freebie gives them a specific outcome, so it's gonna help them to find a freebie idea that they can create to grow their audience. This is a problem they have. It's specific because it's helping creators that want to start a YouTube channel, or they have a YouTube channel, or they just publish some kind of video content, and they can apply these strategies to grow their audience. And also it's different because it's not just a PDF, a random PDF. I actually created a very beautiful magazine with a matcha theme and beachy theme, and I just made it very fun because I know my audience is very visual. So I created this in a way that is fun. So I intentionally made this super fun for them to consume. I also shared my favorite podcasts, some ideas to optimize their freebie conversions, and my tools that I use to grow my audience and things like that. And the best part is that I have optimized my YouTube channel to convert and to grow my email list on Autopilot, and that's exactly what I'm sharing with you in this magazine. So if you are tired of being stuck on marketplaces and you want to grow a community, you need to start building your audience. You need to stop hiding and start helping people, and that's what's gonna create the freedom that you crave so much. And remember, this is not about numbers. This is not about vanity metrics. This is about attracting the people that actually needs your stuff. And I want to know, have you tried this AI prompt that I used in the video to come up with ideas? If you did, make sure you share your top 1 idea in the comments. I would love to see what you came up with. And don't forget to grab my free digital magazine with 7 freebie ideas that you can create right now to grow your audience on Autopilot on YouTube. Okay, and I'm dying to know what freebie are you going to create after watching this video. I'm gonna leave a link for a video that you might like as well to watch next. Bye!